Aries, welcome to your session, Aries. We're going to take a look and see what messages come out for you, Aries, but I will let you know I do have some direct messages for you. Before I give you those direct messages, let me go ahead and start my intro. Most High, thank you so much for blessing me with the gift of intuition as an intuitive reader. Allow this session to bring clarity, understanding, and confirmation for Aries. Thank you. So, Aries, all I ask of you, Aries, is that you do not force any of the channel messages. I'll say it again. I'll request one more time. Aries, my request is do not force any channel messages. All inquiries, email spiritualguideandlight@gmail.com. Definitely check out the description box. Make sure you go to our Instagram and follow. If you're wanting to be caught up with any type of information regarding the SGL community, look at the community section. This is where I post. Let's see. Anything else? Nope. I don't think I have anything else to tell you, Aries. Let me go ahead and tell you the direct messages. Now, I forgot to say this. If you are another zodiac sign and you resonate with Aries session, it's either you have Aries placements or you're just in Aries's energy at this time. As much as I want to say, you're dealing with an Aries, I'm really confident that I'm speaking to an Aries or a zodiac sign that has Aries in your chart. I really don't feel that there is another zodiac sign cross-watching. So I really didn't want to say that, but I just, I just wanted to dot my I's and cross my T's. I don't have a direct message for those who are cross-watching, but moving forward, direct message, Aries. If you are into retrogrades, definitely become more familiar with them. It's time for you to get grounded. That's if you're interested in getting grounded. I'm letting you know. I have a question, 2 questions to ask you that will produce a direct message for you personally. And the first question is, Aries, what are you going to focus on? Your self-image, your impressions that you make on others, being a warrior, being a pioneer, being a musician. And this could literally be a musician in the music industry or a musician in the spirit realm. A musician as an individual as well, meaning you know how to operate. Are you willing to start learning how to operate all elements as a musician? Are you wanting to focus on being a daredevil, a survivor? Are you wanting to focus on the future? Okay. Just don't be so quick to answer. Allow that to be an assignment, Aries. The other direct question that I have for you, it's in regards to communication. Regarding communication, Aries, are you wanting your communication to be a problem or a solution? Okay. It's something to think about. All right. Those were the direct messages and direct questions that I had for you, Aries. Let's go ahead and start your session. All right. What is significant about Aries session, please? What is significant? Soul alignment, confirmation on your direct messages and questions. What is the situation? Path forging. Oh, challenge or outcome for Aries. Sacred pause. All right, Aries. When it comes to the challenge here, when it comes to the sacred pause, remember the direct question that is being asked of you is for you to get grounded. Okay. And I'm going to give you something saying I'm not allowed to. So, what I'm just going to say, Aries, the reason why this sacred pause could be a challenge for you, Aries, is because I don't want to jump to conclusions and say that you are forcing your way forward, because forging is doing something without permission. Forging is, oh goodness gracious, without being exposed. Just bear with me. When it comes to if this sacred pause is an outcome, this is good. So forcing your way through forces you to be still and get grounded. So it's kind of like you're refusing the no's and you're being forced to be still. And if that's the case, Aries, all parties not just learn the lesson or just life itself. The universe will learn the lesson on how to show up for you. It's kind of like with this path forging, it's like you ask the universe to show you favor or to make a way, and the universe does, but it doesn't happen in the time frame that you want. So you just say F the universe and you forge your way through, right? And the universe is like, wait, hold on, Aries, wait a minute. You just right when you just press forward, it's like the universe is like, okay, Aries, I'm not going to hold you accountable for forcing your way through when the access was getting ready to be available. And so the universe is now learning how to, it's like you get the special treatment, Aries. By you forcing your way through, now you are getting placed, not with I don't want to use the word special in the sense of derogatory or misplaced or a misguidance where someone feels like, oh, SGL says I'm special. Yes, you're special. You get the special treatment. Everyone doesn't get the special treatment. Most people who forges their way instead of waiting are held accountable and are prosecuted. You are held accountable and you're prosecuted, and you have to pay that karmic debt. And in this situation, the universe is saying, hold on, wait a minute, right? All right, Aries, I'm gonna work with you. I know how to orchestrate with you, Aries, at this time. So my Aries in the collective, be grateful that the universe made an error on your behalf. Okay, that doesn't happen all the time. But moving forward, what's significant is this soul alignment. It's kind of like uh it's like you are ahead of time, Aries, when it comes to asking the universe of something, a demand, and it didn't happen when you wanted to. It didn't happen when you wanted to. So when you pressed your way through, right? It's like everyone's right on time. The universe, you, and everything assigned to you. But now you're being forced to go on this grounding, and this grounding is for you and you alone. Um, the only way you're going to have access, the universe has positioned you to where now you can't force your way through. So it's kind of like a blessing and a curse at the same time. It's like you get to be you get special treatment, but you won't be able to force the special treatment. You'll get it, but it won't be on your own timing. Hopefully that makes sense. Let me go ahead and read this to you. Soul alignment, Aries. This is what it says. This is what's significant about your session. It says you are realigning naturally with your original blueprint. Old distractions fall away. flow gently into this deeper resonance. You are being guided, right? You are being guided. So your higher self was ahead of time. So for some of you guys, they're not glitches, but if some of you guys are experiencing deja vus, I don't want you to misconstrue a deja vu with being at that certain place at that certain time, because now deja vus are kind of like they're resets. How do I explain this? They're resets. You know how, I don't know if you've had a deja vu before, Aries, and it's kind of like deja vu, right? And it's like, wow, I've been here before. No, it's now the deja vus are reset. So once you're aware of a deja vu, it's reset and you get to do it different this time. I hope it makes sense. And when it comes to path forging, it says you are being called to create a new path where none seems to exist. Doesn't that sound like the special person that gets special treatment? Never, no, everyone doesn't have access. Moving forward, the old roads no longer lead you where you must go. Trust your steps even when you are unsure. All right. When it comes to this sacred pause, you are being asked to pause and allow inner systems to catch up. Okay. That's why the universe is saying, Aries, we owe you one. We're not going to prosecute you for forging the system. Okay. Now that's true musicianship, when you can create illusions and manipulate the system, right? The universe is saying, okay, we got you. We got you on this one, Aries, right? You get special treatment, welcome aboard, yada yada yada, blase blase. But this is the fine print. If you accept being a special person and receiving this special treatment, you can no longer forge your way forward. You have to follow the rules. And the number one rule is, when the universe says pause, you have to pause to be open to receive the information that's coming through. And you have to what kind of information you receive, in the process of you receiving it and it being broken down to you, you know what I mean? It doesn't mean that every time it's going to be of your liking. And I'm going to be honest with you. All right. And it's not similar to passion. Passions are highs and lows. It's just, you know, there could be times where you want to be on the go, or there can be times again where you want to rush something, people, places, or things, and the universe is saying, nope, you can't. And if you try to, we're going to force you to be still. All right. Now, when it comes to divine operating here, divine is basically using you, right? It's kind of like divine is telling the universe, you know, what universe, what are you doing? Who are you paying attention to? Why aren't you doing your job? Why isn't your gasket working? What's going on? You know what I mean? It's kind of like Santa's little helpers. And Santa goes, where, okay, I'm on my sleigh. Where are the presents? Where are the presents for the kids? You know what I mean? And the elves is going, we got the memo that you said we're not supposed to make no presents. That's how the universe is saying there was some type of glitch where someone forged. You're not the only one who did this path forging. The reason why this happened, where you're able to get through, because your higher self was giving you instructions, but at the same time there was I don't want to say a malfunction in the universe, because let's just look at the universe as this conductor. Have you ever seen a watch and it has the mechanisms and everything's churning? Just kind of look at it like that. It never stopped. It just kept going. But in the process, something kind of did its thing where the eyes, the watcher, were you didn't get tagged. You didn't get flagged. You get what I'm saying? Because in reality, Aries, this type of pathway forging, you're supposed to be held accountable. You're supposed to pay your karmic debt. And I'm talking about not good karmic debt, bad karmic debt. You get what I'm saying? So be grateful. I would be grateful. The bottom of the deck is Master of Oneness. All right. So moving forward, when it comes to this master overall message for you, Aries. So when it comes to making your wrongs right, because if it feels like you're paying your karmic debt, you have to truly step into your musicianship without any doubt. Okay. For those of you where this hasn't come to pass yet, it's going to feel like you are having to pay your bad karmic debt, and that's where you're going to be forced to forge your way forward. And I was just doing a session. I haven't released it yet, but I will let you know what it's in regards to mindfulness. And what I was reflecting on when it came to the power of mindfulness and the energy of mindfulness is that when you learn how to use the power of mindfulness, sometimes that power can birth a power struggle to where a person can forget why they are who they are or why they've obtained what they've obtained. And there's no longer the we or the us, it's just I. And so you want to be mindful of this master of oneness. Okay, so for some of you, you're going to be operating in the I, and you're going to force your way through, and then you're going to be forced your way to be still. You're going to be forced to be grounded, and that's paying back your karmic debt. Give me an outcome message, please. It was very difficult for me to express this session for you, Aries, but I will go over this and I will break it down in layman terms, and I will post it up in the, basically, I will have this in the background and I will break down the whole session for you in layman terms. I was channeling, and so I don't want you to feel like, oh my God, SGL is too deep right now. I don't understand her. Don't worry. My Aries in the collective, I got you. Okay. I'm going to take my time with these, and I'm going to break it down to where it's plain English so you can understand what this means. So there's two versions of the Aries, the head and the tails. Okay. You get the good treatment in the ones who are being prosecuted, okay, who got caught, basically. The Eight of Cups here, and it says the past needs to be put where it belongs. Set yourself on a journey forward. Confirmation, whether that's towards something big like a new job or a relationship, or something small like a hobby or pattern of thought. Either way, you're looking for a higher purpose. The recognition you seek cannot be found in your current position. Okay. So basically, what this is telling me, when it comes to your house, and your house is about self, all right, and putting self first. So operating, Aries, you're gonna have to get ready to remove the things that no longer serve you, people, places, or things. Because if you don't, you're gonna have cloud judgment. Because the ones of you who are going to have to pay back your karmic debt, it can position you to where you feel delusional. Not crazy. I said delusional. Okay. And let's look that up. What is the difference from crazy and delusional? Because crazy is path forging, right? Forcing your way through. It's like, oh, and it's just so happen. Like I said, it's not a glitch in the universe. It's just so happen you got through. All right, crazy uh, versus delusional. Let's see what it says. Let's see what Google says, and then we'll bing it, okay? I want to see different versions. We should just really just go to Cambridge to see what it is. It says crazy is informal, stigmatizing, and medically inaccurate term, while delusion describes a specific system of mental illness where a person holds an unshakable false belief despite evidence to contrary. Okay, let's see what this is. What's the difference between crazy and delusion? Crazy is when you don't know what you are doing anymore. Okay. So, for those of my Aries that are operating in your higher self, it seems like you're going with the flow. Hmm. An example of insane delusion is a tester who declares that he had no children and no deceased children in his will when he actually had two living children. That's beyond a liar. That's a insane delusion. Moving forward, yeah, I'm gonna go over all of this, Aries, and that's to a word of advice for you. Word of advice for Aries. So this sacred pause is for your good. Is for your goodwill, Aries. For those of my Aries who get special treatment, um, be grateful that you're not having to pay back karmic debt, bad karmic debt. You have indecisive impatience. Again, confirmation, being forced to be grounded. For others of you, it's there's no way around it. No longer being able to cheat the game, cheat the systems, cheat yourself. Okay. So when it comes to patience, Aries, it says, I accept everything happens in divine order. When it comes to indecision, it says, I use my intuition in all aspects of life. And unfortunately, in this situation, for those of you who may feel prosecuted and you're paying back karmic debt, don't allow your mindfulness to birth a dark side of you where you remove the we and the us and it's just an I. You will get lost in the I. And it's like a maze, and you may not find yourself. I'm not saying you won't find yourself, you may not find yourself. Okay. So grounding yourself will keep you on the radar. If you do get lost, we'll be able to find you. Okay. All right, Aries, I love you. And don't forget, love is kind. Don't forget, love is gentle. I will, um, like I said, break this down for you so that you will understand what this session is all about. All right, Aries. Like I said, your direct message was you are being asked to get grounded. All right. And your direct questions are, you can write this down whenever time permits itself. What are you going to focus on? Self, self image, your impressions you make on others. This feels like for those of you who are having to pay your karmic debt, these are some things that these are your choices. It says you can focus on self-image, your impressions that you make on others. You can focus on being a warrior. You can focus on being a pioneer. You can focus on being a musician. And like I said, this could be a musician in regards to your elements, okay, earth, air, fire, and water, or this is a musician in the music industry. You can focus on being a daredevil. You can focus on being a survivor. You can focus on the future. The second direct question is regarding communication. Now, Aries, regarding communication, is communication a problem or a solution? All right. For those of you who you like extra credit, or you're wanting to get into the retrograde, so start getting familiar with that, but it's not required. All right, Aries, that was your session. And so the deep messages, some of my Aries are going to be forced to get grounded, and some others of you, it's going to be required of you to be grounded to move forward. All right. For those of you who are being forced to be grounded, it's because you are having to pay back your karmic debt for cheating the system. Moving forward, I love you. Don't forget love is kind. Don't forget love is gentle, Aries. Until we meet again.